Life is good 13. 13 loved y'all. You are creation 13. Um, Today I want to talk to you about ETs, angels, demons, archangels, and how they're all interconnected and how they're all one. Um, a lot of the, angels and demons concept comes from religion, right? But most of the angels, demons are mostly from the American um, story of the Bible. If you go into the translational mode, it's different. It more goes along the side of ETs and mythical creatures from around the world. So it's one of the same, but it's realizing that it's over generations and generations, so on and so forth. They have been molded into religion or um, belief structures or faith structures, so on and so forth. And it's created a lot of dividing within the world because a lot of beliefs and faith structures are generation related. So, your elders, so on and so forth, say, well, you need to follow this so you don't disgrace or disobey God or disobey your family or so on and so forth. Um, and I watched 47 Ronins tonight, and it gave me a new insight on things because people focus so much on traditions and um, you know being dishonored. Um, if you don't believe or have faith in something. Um, for me personally, I don't believe or have faith in anything because to me personally, belief and faith is going into things blindly. If you haven't experienced something, if you haven't fully experienced it, then you're just going into it blindly and just assuming that it's there. Like with religion, for example, there's they tell you about angels and demons and God or gods, because God, when translated in Hebrew and Greek, is plural, so it's gods and so on and so forth. And that's something you got to do research on. So you got the gods and you got lords, which is also separate from God or gods, and that's something also you got to do research on. And it's just looking at all those structures, and they just tell you that that's there. But until you actually experience an angel or a demon, so on and so forth, you don't really know it's there. You can't even comprehend the concept of what that is. This is the same way with ETs and aliens, ETs, whatever. Archangels, the same thing. Now you're probably wondering why angels and archangels are separated. I'll get to that in a second. So you got ETs and archangels, so on and so forth, and they're more along the line of people who are into the metaphysical and the science fiction um, perception, which is also a religion as well, because it's one and the same. Because you're going to have people argue and complain about, well, there's ETs and stuff like that, and they're the same thing as angels and demons. And they're like, oh no, it's not. And then they're like, angels and demons are angels and demons, and ETs are angels and demons. So it's people are bickering back and forth without solving or looking at the bigger picture of things. They're still dividing. So if you're in ETs and stuff like that, and that's all that you believe in or have faith in without actually having an experience with it, then it's creating your own religion as well. And that's really what's going on right now, is a lot of new religions are being created. And yeah, so anyways, I'll get back to the main focus of this video is, you know, discovering the difference between ETs and angels and demons and how they're all interconnected. So anyways, um, angels and demons and ETs are one of the same. If you read the Bible and you really do research on the Bible, archangels are a perfect example of ETs being in the Bible, and the on how they present themselves, what they do, so on and so forth, is just like the um, abduction scenarios that people experience. One and the same. You know, people perceive angels as golden beings or lighted beings. ETs, good ETs, okay, perceived good ETs. They are perceived as golden beings, white beings, long beings, so on and so forth. Same thing. You know, they sound exactly the same. Demons, um, dark, um, shadowy figures, um, short. They're usually sometimes short beings, um, and they have a smell, right? Sometimes. So, you know, that's demons. Bad ETs, same thing. Small beings, dark, um, very provoking, and they really come to you and lash out at you. One and the same. So you got to intertwine them all together, because people are so focused on a physical aspect, they never focus on the emotional aspect or what you're feeling when you're going through those experiences, because only you are seeing you personally. Um, Very rarely have I ever heard a group of people together. Now, I've heard one or two stories, but that's it. But the majority of people who have experiences is an own personal experience. Why is that? Okay, so if you're visited by angels or demons, so on and so forth, it's the concept of um, the angel demon concept. Like the angel tells you about good things, positive things, so on and so forth. See, just like that. And the angel is going to give you um, different ideas on how you can make things a more positive perceived reality. Okay, then you got the demon side, which is more the negative side or the chaotic side. So it's going to give you different ideas and so on and so forth, um, based upon what you want to experience and explore. And it will also, like I said, it'll be more of a chaotic state, so it'll kind of push you in that direction. So it's a dividing, it's a separation. Um, Now visualization of that. Okay, so you got to visualize that main concept. Now turn it into an experience of an angel or an ET. Okay, if you got a positive angel that comes to you, you know, you feel warm, um, you just feel that perceived divine love, that true essence, you know, that you know, yearning for that love and affection in your life, right? Um, you have to look at it and kind of reverse it into the flip side of that's what you want to experience. You know, that angel is a representation or symbolism of what you wanting to experience in your physical reality. You know, that is a messenger that you have given yourself to remind you of what you want to experience and explore. And you have to intertwine that and realize that everything that you are experiencing is happening inside you. You know, the majority of, pretty much about 98% of your experience is emotions. And where do emotions come from within. And then you reflect them out, you know, outside into your physical reality. So when you have an angel that is loving and divine love, and it's physically showing you that and letting you feel that emotion, it's drawing that out. You know, it's making you realize that it's in there already. You just have to live it. You know, share it and, discover what that is. Don't go oh and ah about, that angel being in front of you. It's just like in Revelations, after the symbolism of the perceived end of the world scenario, I think it's Paul or whatever, he knelt down to the angel and he's like, no, you don't do that. We're one and the same. We walk along the same path. So you got to realize just because something is perceived beautiful to you does not mean that it's something that you worship. Because remember, you're not supposed to worship anything, and I'll get to that maybe in this video. So, anyways, look at that as a symbolism, a symbolism of if you're, if you're visited by a being, whether it's an angel, same way with an ET. You can see an ET like ones I've experienced personally. They can be rainbow colored, they can be really tall, like 9 feet, 10 feet, so on and so forth. It's the same aspect, but it's a deeper aspect because it's the multidimensional aspect of things. ETs are multidimensional, so you're gonna experience different shapes, different forms, so on and so forth, to allow you to look at the multidimensional aspect of self, because it's multi-layered. If you just look at an angel and angel with wings, so on and so forth, it's a very third dimension. It's just one-sided. But when you look at ETs, it's multidimensional because you're seeing you know thousands or hundreds of different shapes and forms and colors, so on and so forth, as well as different emotions that you experience with those. Like I said, it's all symbolism. Now, with demons, or more chaotic ETs, they're going to come to you, and it's also going to spread fear into you, okay? Because it's automatically, if you see a demon or something like that, it's going to release that fear within you. And like I said, it's all an emotional state. So if you're physically seeing a demon or a evil ET, a negative ET, it is because it's buried deep within you and it's getting out. You're trying to release it. Yourself, your inner self, your inner soul is showing you, hey, you have this in you. This is what's stopping you from doing what you want to do. This is controlling you, even if it's deep down inside, it's controlling you. And it can be many things. It could be scars from the past, scars from past lives. It could be, your world itself can have these demons in your reality, and you have to learn how to conquer them and not fear them. But it's a lot more complicated with demons and stuff, because there is so much complexity to the reasons why you experience it. But the main concept is fear, or false evidence appearing real. So you're learning to have to conquer fear and your hidden demons, not physical demons, but your hidden demons that are deep within you. Like I said, everything, all stories that you hear is an individual's path and experience. Now, when you physically experience these, you know for a fact, that angels, demons, and ETs are real to you because you physically experience them. However, you got to realize what the symbolism of them are. You have to look deeper within them. Like for me personally, like I said, I don't believe or have faith in anything. I base things on my personal discoveries, and I expand upon it. All the stuff I talk about in my videos, just like this one, I expand upon it. When I view the ETs or angels or demons, so on and so forth, that I have experienced, I looked and expanded beyond it. Why am I experiencing this? What am I feeling? How am I feeling? You even if they're provoking you, you know, look past it. They could be right in front of your face. You just look past it, and you're also going to learn how to, you know, not allow them to provoke you, and use your imagination, because imagination is the very foundation of your physical experience. You know, that is something that humanity really hasn't discovered yet. Is the power of imagination, and it's not nothing that you. I don't know how to say that. It's basically basically you create your reality. So if you're creating a reality, um, your reality is based on your imagination. Now they're like, okay, well then, if you're using your imagination, then you can fly and so on and so forth. You can't do that because you're limiting yourself. Imagination is shared with all, okay? And you have to learn on how to master the physical reality, or master the matrix system. That's where you have to look beyond and do the multi-layers of things. Always look beyond, because if you just accept physical reality for what it is, based on mass, the majority of people believing that this is just real, this is just physical reality, comics and movies, so on and so forth, are fake, and so on and so forth, you're just going to experience a limited reality. Now, if you expand upon your imagination, then you'll experience angels and demons and ETs and so on and so forth. That's an expansion of your imagination. Your imagination is one of the key tools to your spiritual growth. It's not a religion; it's your spiritual growth. Your inner being is shining out into your physical reality. It's all interconnected and all the same. You just have to look at these different aspects. This whole veil being lifted is a personal experience. Not everybody is going to have their veil lifted. They have to want to dig deep into themselves. As you dig deeper into yourself, that veil is going to be lifted more and more and more and more and more, and you're going to experience more and more things. Your imagination is going to expand and grow. So therefore, the wallpaper of your reality will change and shift, and the people surrounding you will change and shift. And you have to be the perceived Christ character to help change and shift the reality around you, because you are that light beacon, that Christ being, that is talked about in that Bible. We're not waiting for someone to hold our hand and say, hey, you know follow me, and I'll take care of you. No, it's we are becoming that Christ-like being, and we're here to help people walk with each other, and help create a world, that's not so much focused on a materialistic reality, or a religion reality, a worshiping reality. The only person you should worship is yourself. Jesus in the Bible even said, the Christ character even said, do not worship any false idols. Do not worship anything, right? But religion has turned it into something else, where they want you to worship a higher state. And that's something you really have to discover for yourself. So the basic point of this video, and to have you view and explore, if you're really experiencing angels and demons and ETs, stuff like that, is to observe it. Even if they're provoking you, observe it. They can't harm you unless if you allow them to harm you. And that's where you have to learn on how to put your shield up, your Merkaba up. Learn how to do that. You have to learn on what your spiritual being can do. Not your physical, but your spiritual being. You have energy. You have a magnetic field within you. The earth has a magnetic field, you have a magnetic field. And you have to learn how to use that magnetic field and expand upon that. And I'll talk about that in another video. But you have to learn how to protect yourself. You have to use your imagination on how to create a barrier around yourself. Imagine a bubble surrounding you that nothing can break through it. And like I said, they may provoke you. Bad, negative ETs or demons may provoke you, but they can't get in unless if you allow them to. And if you fear, then they're going to get in. So, that's something you just have to conquer for yourself. Like I said, everything is a personal experience on your path. So yeah, just look at things differently, and realize just because you physically see something, you physically see something, look at it as a symbolic of what does this represent in my inner being? What am I looking for? What am I needing to fix inside myself? What am I needing to expand upon in my experience? My physical experience and my spiritual experience. What am I needing to experience? So I challenge you to look at things in this way, and expand upon things. Expand upon, maybe you're just into ETs and stuff. Expand upon that and look at, the stories of angels and demons. Intertwine them together. And, like I said, symbolism, so on and so forth. So anyways, I'm going to end it on that. Just expand, learn on how imagination changes and shifts your reality. And everything is looking within and fixing within. Everything's emotions. So always feel your emotions out and discover why you feel the way you feel. So anyways, if you got any questions, let me know. I love y'all very much. Love yourself, shine bright, and just enjoy your creation and look at ways to uplift yourself and uplift others. That's one of the key things through this period in our lives right now. So love y'all. Talk to you in a little bit.